A good start. Lisa had just arrived at the school clinic, carried by Jenny. The nurse, upon seeing them, was shocked and quickly approached, signaling Lisa to lie down on one of the beds. Jenny waited outside so she could check on Lisa and keep an eye on her. While waiting, Lisa panicked, wondering how she'd gotten there and if she was okay. She didn't know what was happening. She thought, maybe it's just concern. How come there's concern? These thoughts brought a mess of confusion to her mind. But at that moment, the nurse opened the door and signaled Lisa to come in. How is she? Is she okay? Lisa hurried to check on Jenny, who was lying on the bed, and asked the nurse. The nurse giggled. She seemed to bang her head on the floor, but it's not a big deal. Someone replied. Oh, thank God, I thought I just died like that. That would be miserable and weak. I look around to see who's that, and turns out it's those two crackheads. Where's Irene Unny? Lisa asked, but they just shrugged their shoulders. She's on her way, though. We texted her a few minutes ago. By the way, you feeling okay now? Neon asked, concerned, sitting down on the chair beside her. Lisa nodded, signaling yes, and was going to lay back just when she thought about something. Wait, but how did you guys know? That I'm here and what happened to me? Lisa asked confusedly. She hadn't told anyone yet since she just woke up. Oh, Lisa told us everything, Jisoo said then. One who brought you here. She also said, pass a medicine and a cup of water to me. Here, drink this first. The nurse said you should drink it once you wake up. It's just painkiller to prevent having headache. I'll give her some painkiller to prevent headache when she's up. Right now she just needs some rest, then she'll be fine. But you seem not fine. She smirked and pointed to my panic face. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just worried, that's all. Lisa cleared her throat and said coldly, since she's fine now, I'll just go grab something. Be right back. And thank you, miss. Lisa gave a small smile to the nurse, then bowed and left. The nurse shook her head and chuckled at Lisa's reaction. Time pass. Jenny's POV. I had this dream that I almost got raped, and then Lisa showed up and saved me. After that, I can't remember anything. I tried to open my eyes to see where I am, but what I saw made me wonder if I'm still alive. The dazzling lights and white ceilings. Am I in heaven? I questioned, hoping God would answer back. Heaven your head. You are at the nurse now, Jinduk. Lisa has now arrived at the school clinic carrying Jenny. When the nurse saw them, she was shocked and quickly approached and signaled Lisa to put her on one of the beds and wait outside so she can check on Jenny. While waiting, Lisa keeps on walking back and forth, panicking, wondering how is she, hoping she's fine. She does not know what's this feeling she had right now. Maybe it's just concern. She thought. But we weren't even friends. How come there's concern? These thoughts bringing to mess up her mind, but right at this moment the nurse opened the door and signed Lisa to come in. How is she? Is she okay? Lisa hurried, went to check Jenny on the bed and asked the nurse. The nurse giggled. She seemed to bang her head on the floor, but it's not a big deal. Someone replied. Oh, thank God, I thought I just died like that. That would be miserable and weak. I look around to see who's that, and turns out it's those two crackheads. Where's Irene Unny? I asked, but they just shrugged their shoulders. She's on her way, though. We texted her a few minutes ago. By the way, you feeling okay now? Neon asked, concerned, sitting down on the chair beside. I nodded as a yes and was going to lay back just when I thought about something. Wait, but how did you guys know? That I'm here and what happened to me? I asked confusedly. I haven't told anyone yet since I just woke up. Oh, Lisa told us everything. She's also the one who brought you here. Jisoo said then, pass a medicine and a cup of water to me. Here, drink this first. The nurse said you should drink it once you wake up. It's just painkiller to prevent having headache, since you got hit on your head to the ground. I nodded and take over the painkiller, then drank it. Where's Lisa, by the way? I asked. Suddenly, the door opens, revealing Lisa and Irene. I raised my brow at them. Why did these two come together? Where were you guys? I suspiciously asked, we all staring at them. They gulped and froze for a while before answering, Uh, we met outside the door, just coincidence. Irene said, trying to convince us. Really? Lisa? I asked again, not believing what she said. She's telling the truth. She turned to me and said coldly, Ugh, I know something happened behind that door. She's always using the same cold tone every day, so it won't convince me. I'll just let it pass this time. Okay then. I shrugged my shoulder and lay back on bed. Guys, can you give us a second? I have something to say to her, Lisa said, making me sit up and look at her confusedly. Okay, don't take too long. You have to go home early today and it's almost time. Jisoo reminded her as she walked out with others. She looked at Jisoo and nodded. I won't. Thanks, honey. Don't you think it's odd? Lisa suddenly wants to talk. And alone? Nayeon whispered loudly to Irene and Jisoo, making all of us heard her. Jisoo smacked her head and smiled at us awkwardly. Yeah, don't you know how to whisper? She whispered back to Nayeon, but still loud. Idiots, stop whispering if you don't know how to. Irene said in annoyance, then dragged them out with her. I pity Irene Unnie for staying with those crackheads now. I chuckled. So, what are you going to say to me? I pointed the chair beside signing her to sit beside. Oh, here. She then handed me a paper bag. What's this? I opened the bag and saw some clothes inside. Your clothes were tore earlier by that guy, and you're only wearing my jacket now. So I got some spare clothes from my locker. For you to wear. Also, there's some food inside because I heard you didn't finish your lunch, so you might be hungry. That's all. I'll go first. She finished and was about to stand up. That was the longest sentence I've ever heard from her. Her voice sounds angelic. It made me drown in her voice and wanted to hear more. I got back to reality when she finished and suddenly stand up. Wait! I grabbed her hand. Why don't you stay for a while since the bell hasn't ring? You know we could, talk more? I said, still not releasing her hand, hoping she would stay. Okay. She said in a cold tone, then sat down again. I'm glad she stayed. I turned to face her, try making myself a comfortable position on bed while talking. Well, first, thank you, my savior, for saving me. I can't even think what if you didn't came at that time. Maybe I got pregnant already. But still, sorry for causing this trouble. I said, giggled a little. She hummed. It's fine since you're fine. What she said made me blush a little. Thanks. I smiled shyly and thanked her. Lisa's POV. How's your wrist now? I grabbed her wrist carefully. That jerk, he grabbed her too hard because it to leave some bruises on her wrist. It's fine. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm fine, I can handle it. No need to worry. She assured a smile to me, but still I went to grab a pack of ice. Here, put this on it first, so the bruises will be gone sooner. I handed her the ice pack. I'm okay, but thanks. She smiled and get the ice pack carefully put on her wrist. What were you doing there, though? She asked, looking at her wrist. I was chilling there. That's a good place to relax myself when I feel stressed, I said. But then she quickly looked up at me. Stressed? About what? She asked again. Here we go again. I forgot this little kitten is extremely curious. I chuckled at my thought. Why are you chuckling? She confusedly looked at me. Nothing, you are just cute. I said it without thinking. After I realized what I said, I covered my face because of my stupidity. And of course, embarrassment. I looked between my fingers to see what's her reaction. She's blushing right now, which made her cuter. I put down my hand and cleared my throat as I continue. Just stressed about some stuff, you know? Family issues. She nodded in understanding. Got it, it's fine, just tell me when you're ready. She showed me her gummy smile, which made me smile unconsciously. Thanks for understanding. I said, still smiling at her. But why were you there? Then I asked, made her froze. She looks nervous and started to sweat a little. Wow, hey, are you okay? Why are you suddenly sweating? Huh? Oh, it's just suddenly hot here. Don't you feel hot? Hey. She replied in stuttering and nervously like she stalked me there. What's wrong with this girl? I looked at her weirdly and shook my head before she continued speaking. I was there also chilling like you. Yeah, just relaxing myself. I used to go there also, when I was still a kid. So you studied at here since you were a kid? I asked, making her nod. Yeah, since my dad owns this school. She replied casually. I widened my eyes, look at her. Did I heard it right? Her dad owns the school? Wait, if your dad owns the school, then that means your dad. I slowly covered my mouth when I thought about her dad. Yup, the second richest guy in Asia, Kim Min-ho. But it doesn't change anything, I'm still me. She said, shrugged her shoulders, and I just nodded. Well, yay, it doesn't change anything. I'm just surprised because they never revealed their only daughter who's now right in front of me. That's why I got quite shocked. Don't tell others, though. Only you knows. Not even those three. She said, staring at me, making sure I won't spread it out. I won't. I'll probably forget what you said earlier tomorrow. I said, made her giggled. She was about to say something when the bell rang. I feel kinda disappointed because it's been comfortable spending time here with her, talking about stuffs. I looked down on my phone to check the time. Sorry, Jen. Let's continue this some other time. I have to go now. I smiled apologetically at her as I stand up walking towards the door. Oh, it's fine. Yay, let's continue this some other time. Do you need a company? I can walk you to the school gate, she said and was about to get up when I stopped her. No, it's fine. The nurse said you have to rest. Just stay here for some more minutes. I'll ask Irene and Nyan to come and accompany you, I said, as I assured her a smile and opened the door, then walked out. After Lisa walked, Jenny lay back to the bed and stared at the ceiling thinking. My feeling was right. She's not cold at all. She's just acting to avoid talking, Jenny thought. Well, this is a good start. Thanks, but no thanks to the incident, she said to herself and smiled. Then closed her eyes, drift off to sleeping while waiting for Nyan and Irene to come. Don't forget to subscribe, thank you.